Oh man, Christmas is upon us and exactly 1 month away. I actually just looked at the date. It's
Yeah, it's
11/25,
literally a month away.
a month away, December 25th, which will be a Sunday as well, which means it is going to be a busy weekend that weekend because we're going to have Christmas Eve service on the 24th and then Christmas on the 25th. And it's just going to be wonderfulness going in. And yeah, I just don't want snow. That's all. I just don't want snow. I don't know about you, but I would prefer a brown Christmas than a white Christmas. The music you're hearing right now is Eggnog Punch by Stream Beats. Thankfully, it is licensed for this sort of material. You can use it legally for free. He licenses it for free to use it.
It's one person.
Well, it's Harris Heller. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He is a YouTube personality, let's say, influencer, gaming person, all that by day. That's his day job. And he got sick and tired of all this streaming music fiasco stuff.
So he just made his own stuff.
So he's like, you know what? I'm going to pay artists to make stuff for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he doesn't just have, obviously this is his Christmas album, but he has like all sorts of stuff out there. Most of it without vocals. Some of it with. And then, he has a new Christmas album. Sweet.
Nice.
Well, I guess it's more a winter album. It's called Evergreen. Family at the fireplace, the calm of winter, sparkling drinks, and then cake on your face. Oh, man. Sometimes the things you think about with Christmas and winter in general, such as Aaron saying he's a thicker version of Jake from August Burns Red.
Yeah. Only I could grow as nice of a beard, though, too.
Well, I mean, get working on that. Feed your beard.
Feed it what?
Feed it all the oils that beards need. That's what it needs. Yeah. Glitter Hail. That's another fun song. But yeah, so Harris Heller, Stream Beats, provide the nice little intro music today that's kind of Christmassy, which is kind of nice. So Harris Heller, he has all of his music on all the main platforms, Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, and all that. So what's nice is you can either go to his website and download the music directly, incorporate however you want, or you could just go to one of the streaming sites and play it from there. And you can incorporate it however you like. And it's all licensed for online usage, such as web streams, podcasts, all that stuff. And in case like someone comes after you and says, "Oh, you're using the music illegally," he even offers a downloadable license file that you can then present to that service and say, "Nope, it's licensed," and it generates the license file for you and it's properly named and everything. So it's kind of nice that he has all that. But he keeps coming up with new stuff all the time. The latest album is called Cherry Soda. And yeah, so they're always coming up with new stuff. I think I want to say the earlier stuff was definitely like more lo-fi hi-fi stuff, just little nice electronica that could be, background, whatever. And now it's kind of branched out into other stuff and, but the names of the songs are still like weird. Like, for example, Lime Soda.
Is that supposed to be a Christmas one or
No, this
oh,
is
okay,
just
that's just random.
just a random. This is their latest album,
Oh, okay.
called, like I said, it's called Cherry Soda is the name of the album,
Oh, that's the name of the album.
and
Okay,
the
and this is
song is
Lime
called
Soda.
Lime Soda. Like, they also have this one, Marshmallow Pie.
Mm.
Or Rock Water Plant Building. So yeah, if you're ever looking for just some
Whoa.
lo-fi stuff to kind of sit in the background or whatever. Or he also has these ones called hype tracks, that you could also, go and grab as well if you need them. Or
Interesting.
if you need a hype track, Aaron, this is your hype track. I don't know why it's yours, but it is.
Building. Come out. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, so that was Maze Running.
That's interesting.
So yeah, if you ever just need some background with no words, maybe you'll hear random voices like you just heard now. Go there and seek them out and enjoy.
Hmm.
The definitely the newer ones are a lot better. Like the original album, I think, yeah, 20 came out in 2020,
Hmm.
during pandemic times. It was called High at the Planetarium.
Well, I was just thinking, I was like, imagine like just being like tripping while listening to some of this stuff
Yeah,
in a colorful room.
and
Whoa.
all these are like this first one, then the tracks are about 2 minutes long each.
Hmm.
They're not long, right?
Mm.
It's designed for put music behind a stream, right? That's what he designed it for because he does Twitch streaming all the time. And he the first album was like 30 songs,
Oh my gosh.
but they're all themed around the planetarium theme,
Nice.
So for example, Sun Kissed Glow, Dark Matter, Star Searcher,
Whoa.
Radiant Vibes, Path Less Traveled. But this is what started. So,
Yeah.
that's how it kinda started, and now you've heard how it's kind of gone. And their logo, which is entertaining, is like a two-headed dog.
Hmm.
When I mean two-headed dog, it's
Hmm.
literally a dog with 2 heads. So if you look at their a very lo-fi Christmas album art, they have it's like a kid and a two-headed dog in the snow, like doing snow angels laying down, and you see, like, both heads of the dog going either way. But this is a very long tangent to say that's where that first song came from.
Interesting. That's kind of cool though.
Was from, this hair seller guy, and the only thing he asked for is like, "Hey, that you mentioned where you got the music from and that it's,
Hmm.
his project and all that fun stuff." And in exchange for being able to, without copyright strikes or fear of copyright strikes, use the songs for stuff, which is
Well, thank
beautiful.
you. It's very nice of you.
Is it though? Is it very nice?
I don't know. I mean, suppose that's something I could try and do, but I don't do it. So,
Hey, you could try like that one guy who does a song a day, and he's done it for years.
yeah, there ain't no way.
I showed you that guy before, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but ain't no way.
Why not?
I mean, maybe I could play a note a day.
Yeah, Jonathan Mann, song a day. I can't play his stuff because hello, copyright.
Yeah, jerk.
So yesterday, the song was Zombie Turkey Chip Tune Edition.
Chip tune?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Weird.
Yep. And it looks like he kind of, I think he sells them. Yeah.
Mm.
So you can then go and bid on buying the song.
Hmm.
It's probably an NTF or an NFT.
NFT,
NFT,
whatever those things are.
a
Yeah.
non-fungible token.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the fun stuff.
Ugh.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll
Yeah.
talk
Oh, we will?
we'll talk about FTX,
Oh,
Twitter.
jeez.
Well, let me
All
rephrase
the
that.
funds.
Me and you will talk about that later, but it will be before this episode comes out. So go check on what we talked about on that one, because I have some criticism for both the left and the right on technology and how they're
What?
treating this Twitter thing. Oh yeah,
What?
yes.
Oh.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Or we already
We
covered.
already
We already
have,
covered
but
it. Come on, Aaron. Remember what we talked about.
I don't remember what I did yesterday.
Come on, Aaron. Remember what we will talk about in the future past.
Gosh, yeah. Oh no.
Speaking of future past, we're only going to be talking future at this point because Christmas.
Oh yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
Aaron's like, wait, what? I don't understand. What's this future?
What is future?
And this will actually come out the Wednesday before Christmas.
Oh, so then we would have already. Yeah.
What do you mean?
We'd have already done the good Pennsylvania trip.
Yeah, I know. We won't have anything podcast wise from that one.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so you want to go ahead and explain what you mean by
Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Man, so for me, I think I'm going to try and keep this my yearly trip as long as I can. But the good old band, August Burns Red, they always used to have, they would have their holiday show in their hometown of Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I mean, I've gone, I think this will be like the third or fourth year. I think, I don't know, one of the two. And it has now become a festival instead of just like them playing the concert kind of thing. So now it's a whole ordeal, which is super sweet because it takes place in community center or something like that. That's connected to the
It's
hotel.
not a community center.
No, it's.
I'm
sorry.
You're like a community center makes it sound like we're going to be around a bunch of old people.
Yes, we are. I mean, there's going to be some old people there.
Well, okay, yes, but when I think community center, I'm thinking little grandmas playing bingo in the corner.
Yeah, okay, it's not going to be like that.
It's a convention
center. That's the word. Convention center. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, this community convention. I'm just kidding. That's pretty much attached to the hotel that we could stay in. So yay, that's very convenient. But anyway, yeah, they play their Christmas tunes and just have a bunch of bands playing and hanging out and jamming, and it's gonna be sick. It's a 2-day event, and it's like the weekend of the 16th of December or something like that.
It's December 16th, yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, I've tried to. Well, I have gone the past several years in a row, and I'm just gonna try and keep that being my yearly getaway. But we'll see how long that happens. Because unfortunately, it's also only gotten more expensive as time has gone on.
Yeah, I looked. The ticket prices are ridiculous.
What are they now?
No, I'm just kidding. They're not too bad. But I mean, okay, for a meet and greet plus the VIP badge plus for plus entry into the show, I'm like 200 isn't the worst in the world.
No, compared to
I don't know, February Milwaukee Skillet.
Yeah, for just a meet and greet for them.
And entry is the same price basically.
Yeah. And it's only a 1-day thing.
One evening thing, like 3 bands. This you at least have a bunch
2 days.
2 bands. 2
What?
Yeah, 2 days. It does say it's the 3rd annual.
This event. Is the third. So I've been to all 3, and then this will be my 4th year then.
Yeah, so it says it, but it does say it's the 3rd annual festival. So the other 2s were considered festivals as well.
Right, before that, I went to one before it was ever a festival.
Yeah.
And before then, it used to be just be them playing
Yeah.
at a local venue.
Yep. I can officially say I have never heard, except for only because of you, August Burns Red. The other ones, I've only heard of one other.
Really? Was it
Nope,
Silent
2
Planet?
other on this 2 other.
Silent Planet 1
Uh-huh.
and Era, I'm guessing?
No.
It's Norma Jean?
No.
Who else is on the
This
list?
is testing your memory, isn't it?
Crap, yeah.
And I've only heard of it like, when I say I've heard of it, like, I've heard of the name, don't really know the music. Like, if you were to play it, I'd be like, "Yes, it's another metal band."
Okay, so the bands oh, I'm gonna be able to name off the top of my head. Brand of Sacrifice, Silent Planet,
I don't even see that one on this main
Era.
list. I didn't
You probably just can't if it's showing the actual, like, art for the name of the band, you won't
Oh, wait,
understand
there
it.
it is. Yeah, Branded Sacrifice, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
okay.
can't make out what the name of the
Now I
band
can make
is.
it out,
There you go.
but yeah, not it.
Becoming the Archetype,
Nope.
um, goodness, and
No.
Jean is gonna be there. Oh, who else is gonna be? And I can't think of the other. They opened for Whitechapel, and our buddy Peter saw them. Oh,
Phineas is the other one that
Phineas is gonna be there.
I
I
recognize the
forgot
name
about Phineas.
there because it's Silent Planet and then Phineas. I was like, "Oh, wait, I recognize those 2 band names."
Mhm.
And, of course, you're wearing a Silent Planet shirt right now.
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, I recognize those 2 names." Beyond that, yes.
Who okay, so there's Brand of Sacrifice. What else is on there?
Invent, Animate,
Oh, that's right. They're gonna be there. I forgot about that.
Convictions,
Okay, yeah.
Earth Groans,
Yep.
and then
There's one other one.
Shadow of Intent.
Shadow of Intent.
It took me a second to read it because Shadow of Intent and Branded Sacrifice, like
Brand of Sacrifice or something.
Branded Sacrifice is their lettering is just ridiculous.
It's like you're looking at a pile of tree roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow of Intent, the reason it took me a second is because like the letters curve like a U.
Kind of weird. Yeah.
If I look at it from a little distance, it looks like a mouth.
Mm.
That's grinning like a sinister grin. That's what it looks like. It reminds me of.
Yeah,
Which
it's gonna
goes
be
perfectly
interesting.
with their band name. I had know nothing about them. Shadow of Intent.
Yeah.
See, what would have been entertaining, like, I knew nothing about any of these, and obviously you'd have to pick out the ones I did know anything about and be like, "What type of music do you think they play?"
Oh, jeez.
But you'd have to pull in more than just metal. You'd actually have to pull in, like, a bunch of things and, and get them and leave the logos or not and be like, "Okay, describe their music."
Tell me
Branded Sacrifice, I'd be like, "Oh, that's a metal band." That's
Yeah. It's got the word sacrifice in there.
no, just that yeah. Shadow of Intent, I wouldn't know until I saw the logo.
Yeah.
Era, I would have no clue. Norma
Yeah.
Jean, I'd be like, "What?" Becoming the Archetype, I'd be like, "Punky?" Be like a punk rock. Earth
Yeah.
Groans, no idea. Convictions. Oh, it's the new Third Day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh no.
Just based on the logo and that.
Oh, that'd be a twist.
I know.
Oh man.
So I was like, "Well, I don't know."
Ah,
So yes, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. It's gonna be fun. Well, hopefully it should be fun. I don't know, one way or another. One thing I'm also really looking forward to in Pennsylvania is it's a little hole in the wall restaurant. Well, not even, I don't know, food place.
Mhm.
It's like a Puerto Rican food place. Oh my.
As long as I accept debit card and I don't have to pull cash out.
Yes, no, yeah, they do. They take card. Oh, I love that place. And it's like I get empanadas and
All right.
I just love it. That and the cigar bar, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to, but I'm gonna try.
Why don't you know if you'll be able to make it or not?
I don't know, because it's like we'll get there Friday at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to want to go out after a concert Friday night and go to a cigar bar and hang out? Or am I just going to want to go to bed? I don't know.
I guess it all depends on when all this stuff
It's done.
ends. Yeah.
Right. And like, because I mean, obviously the cigar bar is open late, but also it's like how many people are just going to hang out for a while after the concert and do whatever. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, with that, and the market, the cheese at the market.
Oh yeah, cheese. That's great for me.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that part.
But no, I don't know, I just love the little town.
You do something and piss me off, I'm gonna go up and be like, I'm going to the market to get a bunch of cheese.
You're gonna suffer tonight.
Yep.
Do you want to drive home safely or not?
Depends.
Oh,
As I sit there gnawing cheese.
That's another thing. I probably should get new tires for the truck.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. I mean, since last year, I had a little slippage happen.
Yeah, and I know.
And it's been a year since that's happened.
So you're thinking you might need new tires just because slippage last year, slippage incident.
Just to be careful. Yeah, because,
Oh, that's going to be a bill.
Yeah, a nice, lovely.
Did you ever get your tire?
No, I
fixed?
aired it back up, and it's been holding the air so far, but I mean, it's.
Oh, if you're going to get them replaced, you might as well get it all.
Yeah. So we'll see how that ends.
Yep.
But otherwise, I gotta bring Kringle.
Why do you have to bring Kringle?
Because it's unique.
Was it requested, or are you just going to try to surprise Matt?
Yeah. Surprising Matt.
I was like, yeah, to which one?
Yeah. I wanted to bring Kringle.
Well, they do freeze pretty well.
Yes, they do. Well, and yeah, I mean, they're fine for quite some time. Too, just being like if you haven't opened it.
Yeah.
So
they're usually pretty good.
Yeah. So
now you just gotta make sure you don't get anything that they are allergic to.
Well, yeah,
because there's so many fillings with Kringle.
I was gonna send his wife a message. It was either gonna be her or I'll just ask him. But I was asked what some of like their favorite dessert flavors are, and just go by that, and just we'll see. One of those two things is gonna happen. But yeah, so it's gonna be fun. And then hopefully he'll give me something in return.
Oh my goodness. Instead of doing it out of the goodness of your heart, you're giving gifts to get other gifts?
Yes. No, I'm kidding. No. He's I don't know. He's a nice dude, and he's done, oh my goodness, he's done that in the past though too, where if I give him something and say, I got something for you, I'm like, oh no, you don't, shut up.
He's gonna give you an egg right off the farm.
Yeah,
still warm.
It's gonna be the best egg I've ever had. Wait, what? You said
still warm.
Still warm. Oh,
nice. Slimy.
Nice and fresh.
Yep, nice and fresh.
You have to cook it right there and then.
Well, actually, as long as you don't wash it, you can leave those out at room temperature.
If you don't wash it,
yeah,
because it's being covered.
So I forget exactly what it is, but when an egg is laid, so like if you get farm fresh eggs and they don't pasteurize them, they don't wash them or whatever, you can leave them out on the counter and they won't get bacteria in them.
Really?
It's only because of US food standards where they have to like wash them and sanitize the outside shell. It removes the protective coating that's around them that prevents the bacteria from entering in through the shell. Wow. That's why we have to refrigerate them. But if you get fresh egg, just straight out of the chicken that hasn't been manipulated, and you put it on your counter, it is safe to eat.
Wow. Nature's kind of cool.
Yeah, things you learn. Because think about it. If you think about it, how did they have eggs around for a while in the olden days before refrigeration? They weren't just getting sick all the time from eating eggs, and they weren't getting them 100% fresh every day. 'cause that was impractical sometimes. You know, people who lived on a farm, they'd get them, or people who own chickens would get them, but people maybe who lived in
So
places that didn't have
you're
them.
telling me they just left him in their slimy condition?
Yeah,
Really?
'cause it was a protective coating
Why don't we do that today?
because food regulations, the FDA sets out, everything has to be processed and sanitized and cleaned
For what?
for your protection, Aaron, for your protection.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe this
Let's
anymore.
not get into that because this will turn into a very un-Christmassy episode. And
Ugh.
so, yeah, so there's the Pennsylvania, I almost called it December trip, the Pennsylvania trip
Yeah.
going on. Anything else you got going on in Christmas land?
No. I'd be getting together with family. Hopefully we won't get ditched from just kidding for
I
some last minute trip. No, I'm kidding.
I'm thinking the day after Christmas.
The day after Christmas.
Yeah, what's going on the day after Christmas?
Wait, the
If you have off of work. The
26th
26th.
Monday?
Yeah. What comes out?
What comes out?
Monday the 26th. Day after Christmas.
Oh gosh, yes. LetterKenny.
LetterKenny season 11. So yeah, that's entertaining that they release it on Christmas Day in Canada. The rest of the world gets it the day after. Now I don't know if they're gonna, because me and you have never actually seen a LetterKenny season come out.
Mhm.
We've caught up on it,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they're gonna do the thing of episode a week or they're gonna release all of them at once.
Right. I yeah.
So we'll see because it's not Netflix. Hulu typically does one a week, but we'll see.
Oh wait, they normally
That's what Hulu
oh.
normally does, but we'll see what happens.
But that's yeah, it's okay if they do.
But because it's Letterkenny, they may just dump them all at once.
Here
Who
it is.
knows?
Enjoy.
And it'll be interesting to see how many episodes will be in this season because they've typically been 5 or 6
I said there's
episodes this
normally
season,
not that many. Yeah.
which is a very British way to do TV shows as well, because they are, Canada's pretty close to England.
Mhm.
They still have the Queen on their money.
Mhm.
And everything. So, and when you get a TV show like Sherlock from the BBC,
Mhm.
one season, maybe 3 episodes,
Oh wow.
but they're really good episodes.
Right.
They're not like the US where it's like, oh, you got to have 25 episodes to a season. The one thing I don't like about BBC, which I'm glad Canada hasn't picked up, at least Letterkenny hasn't picked up, is like they'll have like 2-3 years between a season at times.
Oh, well, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Or, like,
Well, we've done that. USA has been like that.
yeah, not typically though. That's not a typical operating procedure for USA TV shows, thankfully.
Mm.
Like, for example, thankfully they're not doing it like 2 years. They're only doing a 1-year hiatus. But like one of my favorite shows, Doctor Who.
Mm.
They're doing, so they just finished with Jodie Whittaker and they're doing a new doctor after Whittaker, but he wasn't available for taping the episode, so they did a interim doctor, and he's not going to have like an actual TV series. He's only going to have specials. So it's going to be at least a year, year and a half, maybe 2 years between seasons, but they'll have a couple specials in between.
Okay. Okay.
So, but yeah, in the US, we don't typically tend to go, not many shows, I should say, don't typically tend to have, year or two between seasons. We might have like 6 to 8 months between a season, finale and next season start,
Mm.
but we're not going to go like, oh, look, it's just ending 2021, coming in 2024, season 2, because people lose interest by then. And
Well,
if people lose interest, they lose marketing money.
but Stranger Things did well.
Stranger Things did pretty well on that regard, yeah. That's what I said, it's more the it's more the exception.
Right.
And I also break it up differently because things that are internet only focused versus things that are broadcast focused, you don't care about the advertising as much on a Netflix show because it's not being subsidized by ads, it's being subsidized by subscribers, whereas something that's broadcast on TV, you're caring more about broadcast on air,
Mhm.
which means you care for advertisers, which is I want to see how this is going to change and be interesting now that Doctor Who is being subsidized by Disney, which makes me want to throw up
Why?
because they need more money.
Disney does?
No,
Or Doctor? Oh, the Doctor.
BBC Doctor Who needs more money for the show, and Disney's like, "Oh, we'll give you money." Kind of makes me throw up, and I don't know if I could continue watching.
Man, Disney's become really. Ugh.
Well, they just replaced the CEO this past weekend
Oh, they did.
or
Oh,
this past week.
did not know that.
Yeah, it's an old CEO.
It's now an old one.
Yeah, Bob Iger.
Hmm.
They ousted the other one and the previous guy and brought back Bob.
Brought back Bob.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
BBB.
the previous guy was Bob Chapek, I believe.
So they brought back another Bob.
Yeah, so they went from Bob to Bob. So yeah, they brought him back just a couple days ago. I think maybe 4 days ago this happened.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Depends.
Depends. Okay.
Uh,
I don't know anything about these Bobs. So
Yeah, a lot of the people though that are celebrating it are going, "Oh, good, he's going to bring back diversity and inclusion back into Disney." It's like it's kind of already
Okay.
there, so I don't know I
Right.
don't know what they're complaining about. So I haven't looked too deep into it to see what they're complaining about. Don't care at this moment
Yeah.
until they acknowledge the Uyghur Muslim thing. I'm still gonna be like, nope, sorry, cannot be with you, Disney.
Bye.
Which means I have not seen any of the Marvel movies recently, or even
You're not missing much.
that even had the desire to go watch them. Well, it's entertaining. Quentin Tarantino said, "Oh, a Marvel actor is not a movie star."
Dang.
I know. I was like, "Well, Tarantino, just tell him how it is, please. See how it goes."
Man.
But regardless of that fact, so getting together with family, unless they ditch you again for another random trip, LetterKenny day after,
Yeah.
and we'll see because if they're only releasing one episode, I'll still come down and join you for the one episode. But if they release the whole season, and we could do that even after you're out of work.
Yeah. Oh,
But
easily.
if it's one of those things of like, oh, we're gonna only drop the entire series on that day, I'd be like, you better have off of work. Which
I'm really hoping
you
can.
might, because they might give you that as Christmas Day observance
Well, you'd tell them just the day after.
on the 26th. Because like my work, the Christmas Day observance is on the 26th, since the 25th is on a Sunday. And since Christmas Eve is on Saturday, they're giving us Friday off.
I think we have the 26th off.
Yeah. And since LetterKenny comes out 26th, regardless if they bring out the full series or one day, we're going to watch that slicker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was thinking, I mean, it'd be sweet to get that whole week off, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah, I burned a bunch of PTO to get that whole week off. I'm burning a lot of PTO in December.
Might as well. If you have it, I suppose. But, yeah. What? Another coworker has PTO to still use up or whatever before the year ends. And I was just like, because I'd heard that like a couple others were like were requesting off, and they're like all around the same time, which in between that week of Christmas and New Year's. And I was like, you should totally just request off in that time too. I was like, if we get enough people that are requesting off for this time anyways, maybe we can just get off. So, but I doubt it's gonna happen.
And then you end up having to be working alone that entire week and fulfilling all the orders.
Oh, I ain't no way.
Aaron, we just got a rush order of 1 million due to ship out on Thursday. It's Tuesday. Please start. And they're all logoed, custom thickness, custom length.
Yeah, I'll see you in the next couple months. Yeah, they ain't happening. No,
but they paid for the rush order. Trump Tower needs it now.
Oh my gosh. Nope. Sorry, Trump. I can't do it. Unless you want to come and give us more money to get better machines.
He goes, you have the best machines already.
No.
They are the very best, for they are Trump machines. They have been blessed by the Trump sweat.
Gosh. It's like, well, you're leaking air, so no, it's not.
You're leaking air.
um,
That works on multiple levels.
um, but yeah, they would have to train me in how to even do the computer stuffs for the orders. I don't know how to do that.
Yep, you have to get certified as a graphic designer in 2 hours.
Can I just walk out?
You could.
All right. That's probably what I'll do. So then I'll have the week off regardless.
Just don't use them as a reference.
Oh, yeah. They would be like my only reference.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So.
All right, so Aaron potentially walking out of his job. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
No.
Good thing they don't listen.
What else?
What else this Christmas? I don't know, man. Besides, just family in Pennsylvania, LetterKenny. Because I mean, it just goes right into New Year's, and that's always the same.
Is it always the same?
Pretty much. Besides last year when I just hung out by myself, which was actually kind of nice. But it's hanging out with some friends at some point for New Year's, but there's nothing. It's so weird because there's been like no talk of like Christmas / Thanksgiving gatherings this year, as opposed. I mean, I guess the last couple years. Well, last year I think there was a little bit more as far as
Right.
like communicating with friends and like getting together to do something. But that I'm sure that had to do with the fact that it's like nobody was allowed to do much of anything.
Yeah, COVID kind of put a hamper on a lot of that for a lot of people.
So there's probably more of a like, let's do something.
Yeah, but you also have to realize, and this is not me trying to be old man sage on you.
You old man.
Yeah, I know. That a lot of your friends, I'm sure you're finding in your age group, are either settling down or have settled down recently. And when I mean settled down, I mean either
They
long-term
got
relationship or marriage or
Yep, or
expecting a child.
got a little was it bun in the oven or something like
Yeah,
that?
exactly. I'm glad you know some phrases. I mean,
Yeah.
geez Louise. It was suggested by our friend Andy that one of these days, and maybe I'll do this in January, come up with a list of phrases again and have you try to guess what they mean.
Jesus. Oh no. Oh no.
But not only guess what they mean, but how did it come about? What's the origin of it?
Goodness.
But yeah, because I was telling him about how you weren't 100% sure about like red tape when I said that there was a bunch of red tape that I deal with.
All I know is that means it's something that's stopping you from
Yep.
doing something.
And it's because and the origin of it is that in the olden days, important documents would come wrapped, and these were like, political documents or documents from the government and officials and that would literally come wrapped in red tape. And you'd have to break the red tape to get to those documents and get to those government decrees and that.
Oh, interesting.
So that's how that came about. But you're getting to that age now, closer to 30, where your friends are married or settling down and, long-term relationships, and maybe they're having kids on the way. And so they can't, or maybe they're pressuring their significant other to give them a kid. And they're not, they're not thinking about going out and getting together necessarily as a group.
Nope.
I don't remember the last time I did anything for New Year's Eve, just because of the fact it's like people my age, we don't care. It's like, oh look, it's midnight. Wow, congratulations.
A ball dropped. It's just a new day tomorrow.
If I had to write checks, I'd have to remember to increment the year. But I don't write checks, so I don't care.
Oh, you don't have to increment the year stuff on anything?
Not on my stuff. Like back in the day when you had to actual write physical checks, you'd have to write the date on the check that the check was written.
Yeah.
And so the first couple of days or weeks of the year, people were still writing last year's year on it. I don't have anything that I have to do that on. Everything of mine is like all digital. So it's like, oh, look, I typed a 2, backspace 3. Okay, we're good.
Oh, okay. Fair.
What do I care about that? At that point, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that.
I guess the only thing I have to write the date on is tags for the material I used and what I made with it on what date I made it with.
See, so for you, it might be a little like, "Oh, yeah, it's 2023, not 2022," those first couple days.
Oh
But
yeah.
but other than that, it's like, when's the last time you personally have written a check?
I don't write them. They're written for me.
Okay.
It's cashier's check, baby.
So if you ever tried to go and get a place to rent on your own,
Mhm.
you would need a voided check
Yeah. Okay.
with at least number. A lot of places want 1,000 or above.
Mm,
Your check number. What check number do you start at?
mm.
1. That's why when opening a bank account, and here's a pro tip if you didn't know this, you can ask them to start you at number 1,000, and most banks will.
What?
So that way you get around that arbitrary limit of you need to have at least 1,000 checks.
Why do you need at least 1,000 check? Is that just to show that you have a steady income?
It's just to show that you're not flaky with the bank, that you didn't just open up the bank account to do something and then you're gonna close it or something like that. It's to show you have history at that and standing at the
Like,
bank.
couldn't you do like loan
A lot of
stuff?
places, like, when you apply for certain things or, like, when I did, when I financed my car recently,
Yeah.
I had to provide voided checks.
How did I get the loan for my vehicles?
It depends who you got the loan through as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's Landmark.
Yeah, instead of, like I did the dealership because they gave me a really good deal.
Yeah.
So, the dealership. But Landmark, you might already do business with them, so therefore they have all your information.
Right. Well, I guess I'm saying, like, could you use, like, your history with paying off loans through Landmark for something?
If it was at Landmark,
Oh,
but you can use that necessarily. Now, your history of paying off loans is tied to your credit score, which is then used for everything else. But
right.
yeah. So, anyways, getting off topic here. But
Oh, yeah.
yes, a lot of people, like my mom, who writes checks still, will get confused the first few weeks. Probably,
We're in a new
it will
year.
actually probably take her till March until she realizes we're in
We're in
2023.
2023. Maybe that's why the years feel like they go so fast because we don't acknowledge it until so late.
So, I don't know.
At least for some
So you
people.
guys haven't had any thoughts yet on New Year's stuff yet, huh?
No.
And you still got a little over a
I
month.
mean, as far as like my parents and stuff, I mean, they've never really done anything for,
Right. I
yeah.
was talking more like
Oh, yeah.
your,
Friends and stuff. Yeah. Nothing has been mentioned or said yet.
but you
Um,
still got a month plus.
oh, yeah.
So it's not like you're running out of time.
See, that's the thing. For me, it'll be a bunch of like people asking last minute, be like, hey, if you're free, like come over to here. Oh, hey, if you're free, come to this one. Oh, hey, if you're free, just come to this one.
At that point, if you get multiple, if you're freeze, just pick the one you want to do the most or say no to them all.
Exactly. Which that's the one thing I suppose with me. It's like I'll either if there are multiple, I feel like there's just like, oh, just no. But I'd probably end up going to one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. What?
I did get invited to go to Madison on New Year's. I think. Yeah, whatever.
You think?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I was told that they might do something for New Year's. Yeah, because I was invited for Halloween and I didn't go to that, but they're like, yeah, we'll probably do something for New Year's as well if you want to come. Nah, at least I can drink then. Just kidding. Say, but at least that doesn't mean I should drink a lot. I can have a drink
Yeah.
afternoon or Pennsylvania. I still don't know.
Okay.
It's like we're so close to New Year's. Just wait till New Year's, but you're in Pennsylvania.
Let me ask you
What?
this because it's tied to New Year's and everything else with that.
What?
I know you mentioned it at one point, but I know you haven't. I love how your eye starts twitching. You mentioned it at one point, but you haven't like said yes, no, what maybe so on other things here, right?
Mhm.
And I understand this is perfect future past in this regards. In other words, this will come out Christmas week,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we're talking about the past. We're talking about the future. Yeah. We're talking about the future, which is the past, but is yet to be the future. Yeah, exactly. But this is also a future thing because it still ties into New Year's. So it still ties into New Year's and that. So that's why I have the question. And I know you've, like I said, you've said you've thought about it. When you decide that you're no longer going to be 100% strict dry, whether that be in Pennsylvania or New Year's Day, right? I know at one point you had talked like, oh, I'm going to set myself a limit of like X per week or or
Oh,
whatever that was.
that and even just like how much do I have at home at one time?
Yeah. So have you thought more on that? Like, are you going to do a limit of X per week or are you still kind of mulling that over?
I mean, for per week, per week, I'd probably say 3 to 4 per week.
Okay.
One being for like a Wednesday night,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe allowing myself a couple on the weekend. But then as far as like having stuff at home, because generally I just do like stouts for the most part, as far as like beer goes. As far as liquor, I don't know, like there's only, I guess, 3 types of liquor that I guess really would potentially ever use much, being whiskey, potentially vodka, and tequila. Probably more vodka than tequila, because tequila, I guess I don't think I've really don't necessarily mix in much for mixed drinks,
Mm-hmm.
besides, well, like tequila sunrise and stuff like that, or margaritas. But yeah, I don't know. But also I've heard that tequila is better for you than whiskey is.
And it depends who you're talking with. If you follow some people who say they have dad bods already without being a dad and they go, well, tequila doesn't have all this other stuff that makes me fat, then you know who I'm talking about.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, and someone else was explaining to me something about like the difference between tequila and whiskey, and something that was weird. I was like, interesting. I don't know, but I figure that's probably not the big issue, anyways. The big issue is just eating and exercise.
Yeah.
So I guess when you bring in that aspect of stuff, is like the tequila or whiskey doesn't really make a difference. So I don't know, maybe something of maybe one of each of those. I don't know. Just start with 1 or 2 or 4 or 8. I'm just kidding.
Do I need to bring up the photos?
No.
Okay.
I'm getting all these odd, like scratching, itchy tendencies right now. No, no, yeah, I think I'm gonna try and keep it. See, I would say 1 a day for like a drink for like drinking during the week, but it's not literally having 1 a day. But it's like if you were to equivalent it to having 1 on a Wednesday night and then having 2 or 3 on a Friday night and then 2 or 3 on a Saturday night. It's like it's basically 1 a day during the week. But it's like, there's so many variables.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Let's say 3 to 4 drinks during the week, and maybe a bottle or 2 for home for liquor, and a case of or a 6-pack of beer or something. I don't know. Nothing much though.
Try to keep it moderate, not
Keep it
excessive.
light. Yes.
By the way, and I didn't know if you knew this or not. What
Nope.
does the CDC define as binge drinking? In other words, number of drinks per occasion. So like you go to a restaurant, how many drinks is considered binge drinking?
Binge drinking? 4.
For women,
7 for men?
5.
Only 1 difference?
Yep.
What?
Yep. So if you have 5 or more drinks during a single occasion, that's considered binge drinking.
That's binge drinking.
Yep.
Now, does it specify anything about doubles or singles?
What it means is, so if you have a double, that's 2.
That's 2, right? Frick. Wow.
Yeah.
That puts things into perspective.
And how many doubles were you having?
I don't know. Many. Well, I guess the fertile.
I'm not talking about the one particular
Okay,
night.
just yeah,
In
okay, just
general.
in general. Yeah, many doubles. Shoot, probably like 4 or 5 doubles depending on the
In
day
in
or
one in
night.
one, like,
Yeah,
meal or interaction type thing?
for like a hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's probably on the high end or yeah.
Yeah. So, if you get, like, a double, that's considered 2.
Holy crap.
Mhm. And that's assuming
Assuming.
it's a 1.5 ounce, 40% or 80 proof drink. So, if it's like a 1.5, maybe you got something weird that's higher proof,
Mhm.
let's say
That's
100 proof, right? Y
yeah, 20% more.
Yeah. So, that 5 drinks can quickly.
Get used up,
Yep. Or that assumes it's a 12-ounce beer.
which a lot of places probably do 16s and
Yeah. And then
well,
it depends. 16,
mhm.
21, those are common.
Well, shoot, and that's another thing then too, because like I'm thinking I generally do stouts, which sometimes those are more in the smaller glasses,
I'm trying to
but
think
they're a higher
s
alcohol
I'm trying to
level.
think stout. Yeah, so for stouts, 8 ounces is considered 1 drink,
Yeah.
and then wine is 5 ounces in 1 drink.
Wine.
Yeah,
Really?
higher ABV.
Why did I always think wines were slow?
Uh,
Maybe it depends on the wine.
yeah, it depends on the wine typically, but
Because I thought,
it
yeah,
typical, they say 12% ABV wine, 5 ounces is 1 drink.
okay.
So again, that's why, they have the thing they go the size plus the ABV, because if the ABV is lower, then that's more
Go higher,
ounces, but if it's a higher ABV, then lower
lower
ounces.
ounces. Yeah.
And what's defined as heavy drinking? It's number of drinks per week.
Right. Well, okay, so if 5 is binge drinking in one occasion,
Uh-huh. What's heavy drinking?
I mean, I would imagine you'd have to binge drink at least, well, for sure, 3 times a week or 4
Okay.
times a week.
So,
So that's like wait, hold up. I wanna make sure I'm thinking of this right. That would be starting at, like, 15 drinks a week,
for men or women?
men,
Yep, 15 drinks or more
a
is
week.
heavy drinking. Do you wanna know what it is for women?
Well, it would just be it would be what, 3 times 4 would be 12, I'd imagine.
It's 8.
What? How does that work?
That's just how it
I
works
guess
out
I mean, 8 drinks a week is heavy drinking.
for women. Yeah. Moderate drinking, which is kind of like they say this is what they recommend. Okay. This is like the maximum they say where you can do it, where it's not going to be too impactful on your health, but you will see impacts still. But it's not going to be like the most impactful,
Yeah.
like where it's will keep you under the heavy drinking limit. 1 drink or less a day for women, 2 drinks or less a day for men.
Wow, so I'm shooting under that then.
Long term health risk of drinking.
Dude, there's nothing wrong. It does nothing bad for your liver or anything.
Oh, yeah. No, never at all.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's see here. High blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, liver disease, digestive problems, cancer of the breast, mouth, throat, esophagus, voice box, liver, colon, rectum, weakened
Ooh.
immune system, increases chance of getting sick, learning and memory problems, including dementia, poor school performance, mental health problems, including depression and anxiety, social problems, including family problems, job related problems, and unemployment.
So it's funny how people go to alcohol
Hmm.
to help with their issues in a
Issues.
sense
Yeah.
where it just makes it worse.
It does. That being said, and I can speak as someone who, in the midst of my depression,
Go to it.
I did go to it. I did
Yeah.
use alcohol a lot more than I should have.
Mhm.
Um, it's so much, like I've said, I think I've even said before, so much to the point where the bartender was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
and
Yeah, this
it,
isn't new. This isn't normal.
this isn't normal. There's something going on. What's going on? Hmm.
Yep.
And it. gives you that temporary relief because it numbs the brain.
Yeah.
It numbs the emotions. So temporarily, you're fine. But long term, you
Uh-uh.
have to deal with stuff eventually.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It comes with a cost.
So, all that being said,
So maybe put a little less rum in the eggnog this year, huh?
yeah, exactly. No, but all that being said, I think what you outlined as your goal is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, shooting a little under the heavy. No, moderate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little under the moderate one. Well, I guess I mean a decently under the moderate one.
And you know what? That's fine.
Yeah,
You don't have to be drinking all the time.
not all the time, just a lot in small doses.
No. But I mean, that's fine that you don't get
yeah,
the
no. Limit thyself because that's also good for the finances.
oh,
Because I
yeah,
already stretch myself more than I need to, anyways.
especially tires.
Even before then, oh boy.
If you want me to pay a hotel ahead of time, let me know because I
Oh,
can
yeah.
shift the money. I already
Okay.
got the money set aside.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Sick.
So,
Yeah, I'll see if I need. I should be good if, especially even if I need the tires. Yeah, drinking less is not a bad idea.
no, it's not. You've survived a few months now
Yeah.
without any alcohol, and it's not like your personality has changed. It's not like you've had less
No.
fun, you know?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'll say I enjoyed myself just as much as I normally would on a cigar night without alcohol as if I would have with alcohol.
Yeah.
Probably even more so. Who knows?
Really, even more so, huh?
Well, I guess the only reason why do I say that? I don't know. I suppose it's better not to spend so much money because that adds up quickly if you do
Mm.
start getting drinks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. And well, I guess I don't know because and that was I suppose thinking about it like one thing like because I could have several drinks and still be fine functionality wise. But I suppose if there were times where I'd gotten pulled over, probably would have been pretty bad potentially. I think if they for whatever reason made me like blow or something like that, I was like,
Mhm.
there's times where I'm like, I'd probably be pushing the limit there a little bit. So it's just like if you don't drink,
You don't have
you
to worry
got
about that.
nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
But and that's even like going out like now. What my like when we're to go out and stuff like that, and if I have a drink, it's gonna be trying to. This is gonna be the tough part because I love drinking things so quickly. Is spacing that. It's like literally spacing out the time before I have another drink with alcohol in it for like an hour per drink kind of thingy.
Yeah.
Because that's also, I mean, that's technically what you're supposed to do anyway. So yeah. Ugh.
Hey, man, it
Freaking suck. I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't suck. It's good. It's a good thing to do. It's
I
good. Yeah.
I'll say this. I'm proud of you for making that commitment at the time when you did, and I understand the situation why, being vague
Mm,
on purpose.
mhm. Yeah.
Okay, on all that, on why you're like, "Yep, I don't want the alcohol around, I'm gonna go dry until New Year's."
Mhm.
Okay, I understand perfectly all that, and I'm proud of you, A, that you made the realization that, there was but alcohol probably played a role in what happened.
Oh,
Oh, a
100%.
big role in what happened.
100%.
But also at the same time, you're like, I need to maybe step back and change perspectives a little bit. And I'm proud of you that you made that commitment and you've stuck to it,
So far, yeah.
you know? And yes, there have been times when you've gone like, oh, drink would be nice.
It would be pretty nice right
Yeah,
now.
but I get it.
Oh, yeah.
So kudos to you for doing that. And
Thank you.
kudos to you for sticking through with that.
Mm.
And
It'll be nice.
hopefully, as the new year approaches and that, and you allow yourself to drink again, you don't
Just go like,
go in excess again.
yeah. Like, oh.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Kid at a candy store.
Yeah. Enjoy a drink or two, but don't
Don't
go crazy.
Don't kill it.
You know? And those goals that you set for yourself on limits, those are ones you set for yourself. Unless you ask someone to go, hold me to this, we're just going to sit back and be like, hey, you said you wanted to.
Right. Yeah.
How are you doing? That's a you thing.
Right.
Unless you say, hey, hold me to this. And then at that point, then we'll go, okay.
Bet.
Exactly. Bet. As you youngsters say.
Hold my beer.
In that context,
yeah.
What does that mean? Does that mean hold your beer, keep you from drinking it, or hold your beer because you're gonna drink other alcohol?
I was just thinking of as one of you guys asking to hold my beer to stop me from drinking, but however that works. That was one. Going to the cigar bar. Good old Brewer. He's like, so you drinking tonight? And I was like, no.
Text him now. Tell him I'm coming over to slap him.
And I was like, no. And he's like, well, good. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm still holding off. And then, because like as I'm sure, well, I'm pretty sure you've been in the truck when I do this, but like I'll put like my carry in the like the cup holders or whatever. He's like, good, because I see you got that thing. And I'm like, oh. I was like, so that's I'm guessing, I don't know if that was like why he was thinking it was like, you're not drinking tonight, are you? Like, hey, gosh.
Brewer. You know, there are other times you put your carry away just because.
Yeah.
Apparently not Brewer.
No. Wait, what? You put your carry away?
Yeah. You know, like how you said you had your carry in the the thing.
Yeah.
You know, you'll put it like that, you know, and apparently not Brewer, but whatever.
I just laughed. I was like, yeah. It's like I'm still going dry, bud.
Between that and the other thing, it just
it is so funny. But
you know, completely off topic. I hope he has a kid that gives him as much grief as he gave his parents, and
he will,
as I get from him.
I mean, if it's got his genes in it, it's gonna.
The triplets will be an unrelenting rage.
I don't know how he's gonna make it.
I don't know how Amy would make it.
That too. Gosh, I might have to be a lot more involved in their life if that happens.
Oh my goodness! I want to save those comments for later,
just to keep them hopefully both somewhat sane.
They'll have to move out of the place with the loft because Amy will get so scared of the kids falling through the loft.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I wouldn't want to have a loft with little kids. That is for sure. But I mean, the rails are close enough. They're not gonna.
They're gonna have tiny heads, and then the heads go right through.
It's gonna be itty bitty.
Anyways,
or they'll be super athletic and be able to jump and hop over the railing. Oh geez,
it's a real life. Who's your daddy?
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't played that game, wow, it is horrible, but entertaining.
It's been updated, so hopefully it's not as bad.
Last update I saw was the Halloween edition.
Oh, okay, that's still bad.
But who knows? They might have done some bug fixes in that. So yeah, so that's all coming up soon with wonderfulness of New Year and new alcohol limitations and blah blah blah. I was just curious if you had thought of that, because I know you had mentioned that you were thinking about it, but I don't know if you had actually taken the time to think about it since then.
Where do I actually want to draw the line?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
All right.
That's where I'm at right now.
So you got some transformation going on here still with New Year and all that fun jazz.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. All right. So family, August Burns Red, Pennsylvania.
LetterKenny.
Alcohol. Okay. Got it. That's a December.
That's my December. That, and then whatever happens with work. As in, I don't know.
5 million Trump.
I mean, oh gosh, would I do that? Would I want to? I mean, sure, I'll do it. I've always wondered that. Like, could there be like a logo job that would come in that'd be like, I can't do this?
That's a good question. Abortions now, abortions on demand.
Right, I know.
There you go, Aaron.
Be like, Jeff, you can take this one.
Yeah, never mind.
I just, I wondered. Well, and then I guess that'd have to be. I mean, it'd have to be accepted by, I think, the big Chris, anyways. I think he'd have to okay the job first.
Does he okay every job?
Every job, I don't know.
Because you'd
like new stuff that comes in, maybe.
Because you'd imagine, couldn't I just go to your website, your company's website, and be like, I want this job of maybe 50. Don't care about rush and speed. I just want this.
I don't know. That's a very good question.
You don't know your own company's offering?
I don't.
How do you not know your own company's like?
Well, I think you could request it, but then do you get approved for it? I don't know how that works.
Oh, you can order directly through the online store. Don't have to call anyone and get it approved.
But what? I'm really curious about that. What do we have this? Oh, dang, we don't have any August Burns Red ones on the display. That sucks.
Why would you?
Because that's a dope logo.
But that being said, there's probably some like stuff on the back end where you have to have it approved and blah blah blah.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know if it's approved by your top guy. It's probably just approved by whoever does the artwork stuff.
Yeah.
But regardless of the fact.
Yeah. But
yeah, that's an interesting question of would you refuse a job in that? But
yeah,
I guess you'll come into that when you have to, huh?
Because okay. I'll say I think I do remember hearing about like we don't supply straps for like porn industry stuff.
Okay.
So
hey, you okay, go for it.
As far as I know, that's
you don't supply custom ones.
Well,
they could go onto your store side and buy something, buy the standard stuff,
right? So
I don't want to know what they'd use all that for, anyways. But
yeah,
I say this, it's like I could probably know what it would be. No, I don't want to think about that. So we're just gonna move on past that one. Good to know you guys don't do custom printing for that.
Heck no. But yeah, no, gosh, that's thinking of like the whole Thanksgiving stuff. Even though we already did that.
Yeah.
I hate it when they're nice to us, but they are.
Hate it when who's nice to you?
The boss employer.
Well, why do you hate it when they're nice to you?
Because that just keeps me there anchored more in. But I do appreciate them.
Okay, I appreciate when my boss is nice to me. That doesn't make me stay. I mean, I'm going to stay forever with them.
I know, true. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, what about you though? I don't know. Do you already have big plans for Christmas?
All right,
so hanging out with the Petersons and
by December, Pennsylvania, because I just needed to get away from work. I seriously need to get away after doing 3 months of that product.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Not only did my assistant director say, "Oh, while the guy was gone, we didn't even." It's not that we just kept pace of rolling out the product. He's like, "We accelerated rolling out the product." So my assistant director told me that directly, and then the vendor said that on a phone call as well. He's like, "We didn't lose one step. We went faster than before, taking over." And I'm like, "See, I can do this." Not only was learning about the product like a month before I had take over is really when I started learning about the product. Like when the guy left, I was like, I don't even know what servers to connect to.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, I was like, I need a break. I'm burning through all my PTO because I am taking so the week so when we go to Pennsylvania, I'm taking that entire week off
Mm-hmm.
plus the Monday after.
Yep.
Just in case. You never know.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I have that Monday off too.
hit a storm and
Get
we're
stuck.
trapped somewhere. Sorry. Well, want to be back, but can't.
We're
Yet.
stuck in Fort Wayne, Indiana,
Oh
so I
yeah.
can go to Sweetwater Music again.
And then Sweetwater's closed due to blizzard.
Oh.
No.
No.
Or something happens, we
Yeah.
decide we want to spend an extra day doing whatever.
Yeah.
But, whatever. I have that Monday off and then I'm going to work that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which means we'll get off half a day on Thursday because it seems we always get off at noon
because
the day
Christmas.
before holiday.
Mhm.
Thursday. So I'll really be working Tuesday, Wednesday, no one in the office. So it's going to be a very light workload. So yay, relaxation.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
then the week of Christmas, the week after, the 26th onward, I'm off that week as well because they didn't give us off this week. I'm not complaining. It's just they didn't give us off. So I'm burning more PTO. I'm just like, hey, guess what? I'm done. That work. I'll see you guys next year.
Yeah.
That old dad joke.
Yeah.
See you next year.
See you next year.
Yeah.
Funny.
So those are just two of the burn downs I'm using in PTO because I can only carry over so much to the new year. So,
Yeah.
so I burned down my PTO, got it all used up, and now I'll start accumulating again. My next vacation after this one will be Lifest, and that's what I'll use the next chunk of my PTO.
Do they have anything set up for Lifest already?
What do you mean? Do they
Like
have,
they've already sold stuff for Lifest as far as like campsites and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we already got our campsite.
Oh, you already have that?
We got it. I got it while I was up there. There were only 2 sites left when I got mine.
Oh my gosh.
So I didn't get the campsite. So what? It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Lifest. I got up there Friday. I wasn't sure if I was going to get a campsite for next year because I was like, I don't know who's all going to come.
Right.
And when I reached out to a couple people, like the Pearson's, like, yeah, we want to come next year. And then I was like, kind of like, hey, Josh, what would your interest be? And then I texted you. I was like, what would your interest be? And when you go over, like, yeah, we'd be interested.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I will pop down the money. And I got the site.
Yeah.
I got the site on Saturday. 2 spots left.
Wow.
So I already got spots. And it actually, since we're recording on Black Friday day, they've released their headliners.
Oh, they have?
And,
Okay.
and B, I think they have a Black Friday sale of tickets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Toby Mac is the Saturday headliner.
It's a Saturday headliner.
And AK, that's the big one.
Yeah.
Which you would expect Toby Mac to be the big one.
No, I would expect Skillet to be the big one.
I don't know if they're going to do Skill, if Skillet's going to be there this year. So that's, I know they actually will be taking a year off.
How?
I know.
How can they do that?
So they're on sale for $61 at this time. If you're in Wisconsin area, you want to go Lifest, there you go. $61. They'll probably go on sale like that again for Christmas.
Oh, for sure.
That's what they do. And they already have the countdown going of, 222 days until Lifest.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, so, Toby Mac is going to be there, Matthew West, Corey Ashburn, Casting Crowns.
That'd be cool.
Sidewalk Prophets, haven't seen them in a long time. Ben Fuller. But those are, but Toby Mac is going to be the
big boy,
big featured guy on Saturday. Especially because that album just came out, I think. Yeah, Life After Death.
Oh, really? Wow.
I think that just came out recently where he's doing that. So yeah, that'll be my next vacation after this Pennsylvania. And who knows?
Heck yeah.
Depending on how things go at work, I may be celebrating a new job as well. You never know.
Yeah.
I've kind of given some ultimatum. I've kind of started creating ultimatums like, yep, these are my dates that I have. We'll see if these dates are met. If not, then bye-bye.
Adios.
But yeah, Toby Mac's album came out August 19th, 2022.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's
it's pretty recent, and a lot of this, I have a feeling just based A on the title, but B, on the single that he had after his son died, I have a feeling a lot of that's gonna be influenced by those events.
I mean, not too long ago, I learned that his son did die. I didn't realize his son died.
Oh, that was a while ago,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
and I think it was like a drug overdose or something like that, and it was just it was a bad situation. Yeah, because
Oh.
his son was an upcoming musician as well.
Hmm.
Do you remember the old Toby Mac, songs where, like, they had the little
The
kid?
little true dog.
Yeah, that was that
Mhm,
kid.
that was him.
Yeah, that was that kid.
Mm, that's so sad.
So he was, coming up in the music industry. Yeah, that was back in 2020.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so the official cause of death was an accidental overdose is what they say, but it was an overdose of, drugs.
Oh, that's tough.
It was a overdose of fentanyl and, amphetamines. So it's not like it was an overdose of, Tylenol or something like that,
Right. No, it was.
or sleeping, or because if it would have been like a sleeping pill, you'd be like, okay, that was an intentional thing. But this was because like that's what people use as overdose of sleeping pills
Oh,
and as a way to off themselves.
yeah.
I have to be careful of YouTube transcriptions and the the
The joy of
the
YouTube.
the YouTube safe way to say things like that is unalived themselves.
They
Yeah, which
get your stuff together, YouTube.
but yeah,
Uh,
so he what was his Truett McKeehan.
hmm.
Yeah, he was 21 when he died.
Ooh.
So, a lot of that influences, what Toby
It's
wrote
gonna be,
about.
yeah. Oh,
He
for
even wrote a
sure.
song called 21 Years after his son died. But yeah, that was 2020. That or yeah, right. Oh geez. Right at the start of 2020
Yeah.
before pandemic.
Yeah. So before that, yeah, even kicked in. Wow.
So I'm surprised you just now learned about that.
Yeah, I don't know where I've never
Or actually no.
paid attention to
That
Toby
couldn't have been
before.
that couldn't have been 2020. That had to be 2019.
I don't know.
Let me look
It's
double
all
check
news
this.
to me right now.
Yeah, it was October 2019. October 2019 is when it was, but the official cause wasn't released until January 2020. So well before pandemic stuff hit. So it'll be interesting to see his performance. And Toby Mac, for as old as he is, still does a
Yeah.
very energetic performance. I don't know if you've seen him recently because I don't know. I think you saw him the last time at Lifest.
Well, last time I've seen Toby Mac was, did I see him at Lifest?
I don't know if he did or not.
I don't know.
Because the last time I saw him, he was on the new stage at Lifest. He was pretty good. But I mean, for 58,
Yeah, he's an old dude.
he's still energetic.
Yeah. I think like the last time I have seen him perform was
Yeah, so Toby 8 Toby 8.
58.
Toby Mac
Toby
is
8 is
Toby Mac is 58 and he's very energetic. He puts on a good show. Last time I saw him in the show, he brought like like a small his band played,
yeah.
but his band was like playing like brass instruments as part of one of the
Oh,
songs.
right, yeah, he's got a huge setup.
Yeah.
Because I think the last time I saw him was when Josh and I went to a thing called Camp Electric, and man, that was back in, like, 2012.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, 10 years ago about.
So last time you saw Toby was at Camp Electric. So that's been a while ago
Oh, yeah,
because
it's
you were
10 years
still in
ago.
high school.
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago, I think around
Jeez Louise.
2012.
Yeah.
And
So I've
did
definitely seen
great.
him since then.
He did great. Oh, yeah, 10 years ago, so he's gonna be 10 years older now. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that'd be still a really cool show this day. I am sure. I mean, think of oh, what's their name? The Rolling Stones. Gosh, it's Mick Jagger, right?
Okay.
He's a freaking 70-year-old man.
And he's still
And
going around.
I mean, he can still move around. So, I mean, I don't know if they still are to this day now, like this day, but please, this is the thing that's gonna make me nervous.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't get the wrong singer for that. It's gotta be. Yeah, Mick Jagger. Okay,
Yeah.
that is him. I mean, look at this dude now. It's freaking.
I mean, he's 79 now.
Dude is.
He can look old.
Oh my
He has earned it.
gosh.
Yeah.
He's an old dude.
So Aaron's pulling up a image search of Mick Jagger. Like,
Wow.
he deserves it at that age
Yeah,
to
dude.
look old.
Oh, yeah. But the fact that he can still move around the stage and I'm sure do a decent show.
Well, that's what there's that song, Move Like Jagger.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so that'll be my next one after December. So it seems like every 6 months I take a
A little break.
little break. Uh, but as far as the rest of the month and all that going on, I mean, what I got Christmas. Who knows what I'm doing then? Uh, at worst, and this sounds weird. At worst, I'll probably spend it with my mother. At best, I'll be at home alone playing video games.
It's a good way to go about it, though.
In the middle there might be with Pearson's or who knows. We'll see.
Yeah.
I have nothing set in stone. New Year's will probably be just at home, me relaxing, doing nothing, enjoying that. But you never know. I could be convinced to do something cool came up.
Right.
Doubt it, but I am fine if nothing comes up. What?
Doubt it. Ugh.
Yeah. Doubt it.
Okay, whatever.
What?
Wow.
What?
Hanging out's not cool. Can't get it. It's cool.
You already said you're gonna go to
No,
your
I know. Well, no, I've been invited to it, but we'll see if
Yeah.
that actually happens.
But I said if something else comes up that sounds better, then hey, I will take it. Cool. If not, then I'm perfectly content being at home playing a video game or two.
Yeah,
And that is fine by me.
just relax and
And then, of course, LetterKenny.
yeah. Oh heck yeah.
Pennsylvania will be definitely the interesting part of the month. Just because I am not a metalhead.
Yeah, and you're going to a straight metal festival.
But you know what? Sometimes you have to experience new things to know for sure that.
Why you don't like it?
And like I said, this better not awaken something new. No, it's not going to awaken anything in me. But at most, I guess you could say best case scenario, I could come away with a better appreciation for it, even though I don't
Maybe.
don't enjoy it.
Yeah. So the only thing you'd probably potentially come away with a better appreciation for is
Peace and quiet.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Is I don't know. I mean, I guess this is the one thing, like for like some of the metal bands. I mean, I guess it's not even just metal; it's any music artist out there.
Yeah.
But it, part of me thinks it's more prevalent in metal because it just sounds angrier and more like tough, I guess. But it's just some of the groups how much like language they use, and it's just like okay.
Yeah.
It just gets annoying from time to time. And at the same time, like, I'm not somebody that, like, necessarily cares about the language, but it's like when you say stuff so much, it's like, "Ugh, okay, shut up."
Yeah.
It's a little annoying.
I kind of figured that going into this as well.
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting into for the most part before I even was like, yeah, you know what? That sounds like a trip. And mostly, honestly, it was I want to go on the trip just to get
Away.
away. You know, it was
Yeah.
definitely not like, oh, look, there's metal. I'm going to this.
Dude, I'm so excited.
It was, oh,
ready to
there's,
get in the pit.
I was like, oh, wait, there's metal.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
that's what it was. But it was like
Pennsylvania, but
Metal.
metal show.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
So I was like,
Which, and like I said, like if you wanted to, and if there was something that you found that you'd want to do, I mean, you can always take my truck somewhere. So,
like I said, you know, it's one of those things of I'd never have shied away from trying new things, and I'm gonna give it the good old Boy Scout effort.
the Boy Scout effort.
Yeah,
I've not heard that one before.
you know, you give it the good old Boy Scout try.
I say I've heard the college try.
Oh, the college try, yeah, but I'm gonna give it the good old Boy Scout effort
Boy Scout effort.
to try it out, do it,
See how she goes.
see how it goes, and then
Yeah.
either come away being like, okay, I can appreciate it more, or get away from me, Satan! I never want to see you again.
Well, it's funny because Peter had sent me a text and he just said this band's merch is so misleading, and they have an upside down cross on their shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
That's one of the bands that's gonna be there.
Oh,
But then it says like aggressive worship and in the
wait, which band is that?
Convictions.
Oh, wait, yes, because they
'Cause
were at
they're a-
Lifest.
Yeah, they're at Lifest too. I forgot about that.
Yes, because we talked about the upside down cross thing.
Yeah.
Because that's originally how one of the apostles died.
It was
Let's see if you remember.
It was Peter.
Was it?
Wasn't it?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It's Peter.
Okay. Because I was like, he denied him. So I was like, he was the one that I thought.
Well, that's not why he.
Well, no, that's just how I remember it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He was the one that denied him, and then he's also the one that did that.
Yeah. So why did he say?
Well, he felt unworthy being crucified the same way his
yeah.
was, but I guess as far as the deeper reason, then I can't think of why.
Oh no, I was getting at more. Why did your Peter say misleading?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't ask him. I guess I don't know if people are gonna think that's like, a majority of people will be like, oh, this is like satanic.
And I even told you the first time I even saw it, I was a little confused why that was being sold at a thing, and until I was like, I had to put the dots together of why they were selling that, because traditionally in most places you would see
an upside down cross,
evil. So I have to update the earlier segment. I would recognize 3 band names.
Yeah, shoot. That is right.
Yeah, but near here nor there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm just looking to that as a getaway and just relax and enjoy and not have to worry about junk for a few days. And I have to take care of a dog. Don't have to deal with Mother Dearest. Because if I did vacation around here, my mother would be like, "Oh, well, come and work at my place."
Stuff you can do for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a nice relaxation out of just working.
And then get yelled at again. So that'd be great.
And then don't get relaxed.
Yeah, I will enjoy that. No. I mean, if I ever, feel too haughty and need to be yelled at and taken down of like 20 pegs, I'll just go talk to my mother for a day.
Yeah, you got this system figured out.
Yeah, because that's what I need every week. Well, that got dark and depressing quickly.
Saying then we're gonna. It's gonna be one violent night, and there's gonna be.
Oh my goodness!
Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen the movie. I've only seen that one clip that I was like, this is why I don't see Santa. And I figured it was from like a movie or a TV show that I wasn't aware of, but it's still just the way it was cut. I was like, oh.
That's so awesome. As soon as you sent that to me, I if I hadn't known like what the Violent Night movie was actually, I guess, supposed to be, I'd have totally thought that was from that movie, but I think Santa's supposed to be a good guy in it.
Who knows? Maybe the girl was a little zombie coming to attack.
In that clip, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But
regardless of fact, yeah. And then, like I said, New Year's just nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I am just using December to recharge my batteries for the month, for the year, actually, for like half a year.
Until Lifest.
Yeah, exactly. And then it'll be a music festival in the warmth, not the cold.
Well, I mean, at least you won't have to be in the cold for this.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think so.
My coworker was like, "Oh, is this an outside music festival?" I just looked at him and said, "No."
Are you?
Do you realize where I'm going? Do you realize what the temperatures would be like?
You just stay warm with body heat.
I know. I was like,
I mean, honestly, that probably would work, but no.
I just sat there and go, no, I am not going outside.
during the winter in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Close. I mean, what? It's a few hours away from like New York. Yeah, no.
They're probably not going to get as much snow,
No.
but still.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not the worst thing in the world. Their average temperature in December in
it's
Lancaster,
like what, 40s?
40. Yeah, 44.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst thing in the world, but being outside that long, no.
And yeah, I guess last year was like the first year where they really had where there was like kind of like that snowstorm. And I mean, it was there for a while and then it was gone later, so it didn't stay.
And watch, we'll get there. Blizzard.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
But yeah, I don't have anything really Christmassy going on, thankfully. So now I just gotta, deal with all the fun of Mother Dearest the month of December. And then I gotta wrap a few gifts. So I'm not buying everyone gifts this year. Nope. Budget constraints.
Yeah.
It's all right. The important people are getting gifts.
Yeah, I got a couple I have to finish up yet.
So that's my Christmas. That's your Christmas. Seems very lackluster this year for some reason.
It really does. As far as I mean, I think I'm supposed to see my aunt and uncle this Christmas, but we were also supposed to see them for Thanksgiving, but we didn't see them for Thanksgiving. So I guess we'll see if I see any of my cousins, because if I don't see my aunt and uncle, I doubt I'm going to see my cousins.
Right.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe that sometime you'll just need to start a fire in your fireplace and just sit back and relax by it.
I got to make a room for that to happen, though.
Throw in the cars one by one, see them melt and see them burn. See the fire glow from the chemicals.
I mean, if it makes cool flames, maybe.
Okay, so you're willing to sacrifice your little cars for cool color flames.
For a little bit, yeah. And then I breathe in chemicals that I probably shouldn't, and
then the whole house dies.
That's all right.
Okay, well, there's a dark note to end everything on. And talk about Silent Night. Just release carbon monoxide into the house. Everyone will be silent then.
We're all going to be quiet soon here.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And
let's say I know. One of them wouldn't mind, I'm sure.
All right. Anything else there, Mr. Johnson? Because that's a very morbid way to end.
I know. No, I mean, that's the best way to end it, I suppose.
No, that's not the best way to end it, but okay, fine. If you say so, go for it. What I'll say is this I'll say from me, because I'm not going to presume to speak from Mr. Aaron Johnson, because I don't know what his thoughts are on things as he's illuminated by the red glow of the computer right now. It actually looks kind of menacing. But anyways, so I will speak for myself. I will not presume to speak for Aaron unless Aaron wants to echo in the same sentiment. I don't know. He's menacing right now with his red glow from his computer.
That's what's doing it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But that being said, Merry Christmas from me and from Aaron.
Oh, yeah,
Bah humbug.
I suppose.